Hello and welcome to Italy, the home of Ferrari and the home of this week's Italian Grand Prix. It's round 7 of the championship, and with just 4 races to go, it is still anyone's game. The Autodromo di Firenze is another of the longest tracks on the calendar, with 2 long straights and some very tight corners. The alternative layout may be being used for F2, but we've got the full thing to look forward to here in Formula 1. You climb the hill, up through turns 1 and 2, down through 5 and 6, past along the straight, and as soon as you exit the hairpin of turn 8, you're heading straight back downhill, preparing for the climb that will take you back up to the main straight out of turn 14. The exit out of the final chicane is also crucial, as any mistake made there will screw up your entire run down to turn 2. The 2 DRS zones on this track are located along the aforementioned main and back straights, allowing some quick and easy overtaking. The wonderful Italian weather has brought us a 3% chance of precipitation here today, meaning we are much more likely to see the slicks out on track. The softs, mediums and hards are all available, so we should be seeing a mix of strategies. Leclerc is still on top, back with his Ferrari friends, with now a rather solid 28-point gap to his teammate Kaikara, who lines up P2. Following his DNF in Canada, Pachikuro has not scored any more points, however his teammate Wolf Landry has, bringing him further up the order. The top 10 is rounded out by the valor of Breezy Thoughts, with his teammate TDM Fan in P13. First of the Roadsters is 15th with 11 points, along with the first of the E-Spirits with just 6. Their respective teammates Warlord and Castronics are still not classified, with the McLarens lining up at the bottom of the point scorers. So joining me today, obviously with this slightly different stream, should be Brandstar team owner Shay, as well as the oversized Deli.
Hello. We're going to be trying our best to try and do this race since Kashmir is not available with us today, so just be
there is going to be a problem with the safety car today, so we will not likely call it out.
we're just going to have to be very quick with our displacement of the yellow flags. I'm still not seeing Silby. Where is Silby today?
Alright. So here you are, the starting grid, currently spectating Dakar, and interestingly, we have some new graphics for this week. They are driver rating graphics. You're going to love this. We've plugged all the data into a big spreadsheet, so it gives us data on each driver. Now, for the first, we have Dakar, 9.4 in qualifying, 5.4 in race pace because of his two DNFs in Greece and France, and then he's got a score of 10 on race starts because every time he's started from the front, he's always stayed at the front. And then we also have his teammate Kaikara up next, who is a bit more consistent across the board, or however they are, he is slightly lower. 7.4 in qualifying, 7 in race pace, and a 6 in starts, just because he doesn't gain that many positions, whereas when he starts further down the order, and his race pace is also quite good because whenever he does start down the order, he always seems to gain more time. And finally, we have the Brandstar of Pachikuro, 6 in qualifying, 5.7 in race pace, and 7.2 in starts. Again, race pace because of the DNFs at the start of the season and in Canada. Qualifying because he doesn't always line it up near the front, and the race starts because, well, he doesn't always retain onto his position.
Well, he's there.
Right, here we go. Let's get this set up. Guys, come on.
I think that is everyone, besides one person on deck here.
There you go. You are. Alright, here we go. Starting now.
Form.
So here we are. We're about to start. Here is the formation gap.
Damn it. Brandstar screwed it up.
You gotta be kidding me.
Here you go. Here's turn 2 as you climb the hill. Obviously going around very slowly for the outlap. Coming back down the hill. This is one of the most challenging parts of the circuit.
Well, Lance has his pit limiter enabled. He went the wrong way in the pits.
That's only his own fault. He can only blame himself for that one.
Yeah, that's Lance's fault. He should have known.
Here we are rounding the hairpin of turn 8.
Here we go.
So there seems to be quite a substantial gap between Dakar and the person behind him, so it may be a while before the entire grid does form up. However, everyone does seem to be rounding the final parts of the track now. There is that last chicane as Dakar is now coming down the pit straight to line up on P1. Not surprising. Here is McLaren's new driver of Capitan Beau.
British Aviator's not happy with something.
Of course, Lance has an issue with his pit limiter. Some reason he went through backwards because he's the only one with the issue.
Are we gonna let him start? I think he did. He's at the end of the pit lane.
What position was he in?
Let me check results.
19th.
Yeah, they're leaving a spot open.
Who the fuck is he doing it? Go little shit, go little shit, go little shit.
He's gonna have more fuel than everyone else.
Why is he on 2 laps? Oh, for the love of...
It always happens. There always has to be something that goes wrong.
Okay, here we go. Is everybody ready?
I certainly am.
I am.
Oh, for the love of God, Riley, get to your fucking car. Alright, we're starting now.
Lightstrike has 99.5% fuel. What?
So here we go then. The lights are coming on. And they go out, and we are away in Italy. Everyone seems to be getting an okay start. I can see one of the Audis back there trying to cut across to get into the lead, but that's not happening. They're neck and neck. It seems to have happened. Dacare's fallen back slightly. The Novena got an absolutely blistering start, so now head up the hill. They're all 3 wide going off the track. One of the Brown Stars has fallen back. That was Paddy Guro, and he's fallen back to his teammate Wolf Landry as they're all inside each other as we round down the hill. It looks to be Dakar in front. However, his teammate of
Oh.
Kaikara is also up there with him.
We're already a crash?
Scoopin spuns out on the curb.
Oh, well, he's okay. He's still got that car intact, luckily. Luckily, nobody's
Thanks.
crashing on that third turn.
If I'm seeing this correctly, JQN's in the lead.
JQN and
By a
Paddy
little
Guro
bit.
are pretty much neck and neck, as well as Fernandez getting up there into the podium places. Kaikara's brought it forward by 5 positions, as Dakar's fallen back by about 5 positions.
I'm setting corner cuts to 25.
JQN's in the lead.
It's a fight between him and Patrick Kuro by the looks of it. Well, it looks like Patrick Kuro fell back now. So, yep, JQN is now in the lead. I'm going to watch that turn 3 and make sure we don't have any crashes.
Dakar and Fernand seem to be pretty much neck and neck as they cross the line, as Fernand gets the fastest lap. There's 1/10 between them as they now round turn 1 up into turn
Someone's
2,
out,
and there's an
someone's
Audi.
out.
Crashed.
That is Donza
That's an
Hajek.
Audi.
Donza Hajek is out of the race.
Let me get that pit real quick.
Everyone seems to be avoiding that tyre. So that is one less podium contender who could have got one. So now it's Ferrari, Novena, and it looks like a Novena after that. No, it's an Aston Martin. But the other Novena, F1 fan, has gotten his way up into 5th place. Kaikara is also fighting back there, as well as the Brown Stars. They got to the front, but they've fallen back again. Professor Bloxer and the other Aston Martin is currently splitting them 2 cars, but it's mayhem at the front, as just 2 seconds separate the top 6. Leclerc doesn't seem to be able to get his gap that he normally gets, because now it seems to have a bit to be an Aston Martin into the lead, followed by a Novena and then a Ferrari. But it looks like Dakar's now fighting with that Aston Martin to try and get back to the lead.
I'm frozen.
As we
Yeah,
had a
it froze
quick
for a
bit
little
of a freeze there. The Aston Martin seems to be staying in the lead, but it's very close as they now round the final corners. The Novena and Aston Martin and the Ferrari of Dakar all seem to be neck and neck. We're going to see who's in the lead when they all cross the line. But at the moment it's saying, or looking like Dakar may have just pipped his junior team. as it looks like he has, but JQM Wreck definitely got a better exit out of that corner as they're now chasing each other down that main straight. Kaikera takes the
fastest
fastest
lap.
lap.
And here they come down turn 3 again.
Ooh.
A lot
Alright,
of them
that's
taking
switching
a
lag
lot.
on my side.
Yeah, a lot of them taking a lot easier now. Seems we won't have any crashes on that turn. This
As
hang on a
Jogsy's
second.
flipped
Oh,
upside
that's a
down.
Valor flipping.
He did.
His car's still intact though.
Yeah,
He's
he
good.
did. He did that in Canada. He did that exact move in Canada.
Was that
That was Jogsy.
TDM fan or was that Jogsy?
That was Jogsy.
That was Joxy.
Yeah, he did that on the opening lap in Canada.
Only 22 racers left. Oh, Rise, I say that project user spins on a curb.
Is he still okay?
Yeah, it's okay. Just spin on it. That care in the lead.
There's 1/10 between the top two now. It doesn't look like it, but because of the vision lag, it probably is. JQM Rex seems to have gotten his lead back though, but they're very close. The Ferrari teams, as they now exit. Dakar seems to have gotten a better exit, but they're literally in exactly the same place as they now cross the line. What's the gap going to be? That's going to be still 1/10 of a second.
Oh, Lotus spins out on turn 3. Loses a lot of gain.
I believe that was Seva.
Oh, and there's the other Lotus going out. That's a flip.
Goopins keeps the car intact.
A lot of people seem to be flipping out of that corner. We've had Jogsy, we've had Scuppins, but
As I say
Oh.
that, he might have just got it stuck on the curb.
can he gain the momentum? He's pulling across the track in front of the McLaren. And
Oh, got it
yeah,
off.
he has gotten away again, but that was definitely going to be scary for him then. The Dakar and Fernand are now sharing the lead, apparently, according to the timing screens, but both Nevenas are now challenging for them podium places. TDM Fan has gained massively down on these first 4/5 laps. F1 is now saying F1 Fan's in the lead. Well, I mean, it looks like it is. It's Ferrari, Aston Martin, Ferrari now.
Well, this is just the first 4 laps of this race, so things could change.
Yeah, this is
But as of
absolutely...
now, it seems so both Ferrari teams are doing their best today.
Yeah, it's absolutely
fan with
incredible.
5
There's a
Orcas.
new leader every corner. It just depends who gets the better exit.
But I'm gonna be watching turn 3.
As they now approach it, up the hill they go. Who's going to go out this time? Nobody in the top
Looks gonna be-
6.
Everybody in the top 6, that's for sure. However, that could change with these other people coming up.
Looks pretty clean.
So far, yes.
Here is Matt in the red star. Doesn't do anything stupid.
Alright, looks like everybody's gone through clean.
Project user is looking at Scuppins, trying to get past him.
I believe F1 Fan actually started this race in 24th? And now he's up to 3rd.
It seems like back markers, like Project User and Patiences, they seem to be soon getting gobbled up by other back marker teams. Patiences is like 1.5 laps back now. Pedicure now splits the 2 Aston Martins, seems to have gotten his way ahead as they climb the hill. The 2 Novenas have fallen back as the 2 Ferraris are now into the lead. Kaikera seems to have gotten himself into the lead, but Dakar is challenging. These two having a scrap. That is a good old fight out there. Considering
Two
there's only,
Ferraris, 1 and 2.
considering there's only
Sorry.
4 races left of the season, this being included, I believe Kaikara may be trying to push himself a bit further because that championship is still in grasp for him. He just has to shut Dakar down.
BMW slipping off that turn 3. Looks like he's able to keep it though.
Been pretty clean so far. Just waiting for something big to happen.
Oh, we've already had some people go out.
Someone wrecks right on turn 3 and leaves their car there. That's gonna cause
Mayhem.
mayhem, yeah.
Dakar has now fallen 2 tenths back on his teammate Dakar, who's currently in the lead, leading for the Ferrari senior team. The Ferrari junior team of Novena is up there with them though in P3 and P4. This is their best performance yet all season, as F1 Fan and JQN Rec currently run P3 and P4. Them two are probably going to have a squabble over who gets the podium place. Let's look at the championship quickly. Let's work out which one is ahead. So F1 Fan is higher in the championship than JQN Rec. So the team may decide to put him on the podium.
Oh, hang on.
instead
Novena
of
just had a bit of a
JQN
slip
Rec.
up. Seems as though one of the Brandsters did as well, going into the grass. Oh, that corner's keeping a lot of people on their seats.
So
Man,
now
Riley was
Kaikara's fallen
close.
back as they share third, but no, he hasn't. He's gone back up into P2. So yeah, is it going to
You're
be
right, train.
is it going to be a fight between JQM Rec and F1 Fan, or are there going to be team orders to say get F1 Fan on the podium? It'll get us the most points in the championship. Capitan Bo currently running P7. If Dakar didn't race for McLaren last week, then this probably would have been their best finish ever. I believe I can
Second
hear
athletic
someone spun out.
crash.
That's
Oh, shoot,
JQN Rec.
That's a crash.
JQN Rec
That's a
has
crash.
crashed. Going
Oh,
up
shoot,
the
that's
hill.
JQ went out.
So yeah, it is. Well, no team orders are needed. F1 Fan's going to finish ahead of him now. Whether on the podium or not, we will see.
Alright, we're gonna have to reset that car real quick. Looks like they did it for themselves. Good for them. That's JQN now out. So this will not be a 1 through 4 finish anymore. Oh, somebody cutting deep into that chicane on the last corner. Who was that? Was that an Audi?
Well, the only Audi left would have been Lance Droid, so if it was an Audi, it would have been him, because his teammate did crash out.
Watching turn 3.
Lance Droid does bump up and down a little bit as he gets over the crest of the hill.
Ooh, Wolfgang Greg really mounts that curb.
Here's TDM Fan in the Valor, behind the Spirit of Critical Noob. Nobody seems to be making a mistake through there just yet. I expect we will have some more before the end of the race.
Oh, there's 22 cars remaining.
Both the Ferraris are neck and neck right now, finishing their sector 2.
On
Let's check
board
these
with
cuts real
Kaikara.
F1 Fan doing 8 cuts for 8 laps. If he continues on that path, he might have to do a drive to pit. Oh,
Looking
we have
pretty
our
good so
first pit.
far.
We have our first pit.
Who goes into the pits?
It looks like it's an Aston Martin driver. That could be Fernand.
That is
Fernand.
Fernand.
Another one following.
That is a BMW. That is
Riley.
Rivage.
Oh, that's
Oh, F1
cracked.
fans out. F1 fans out.
So that is Novenet's hopes and dreams ruined because both their drivers have just binned their cars on the hill.
Oh my god, that was huge.
Well done, everyone, fam. Very proud.
He's out. He's out.
He almost hit that wall directly straight.
Here's Dino Zurich now leaving
Oh,
the
that
pit
could be
lane.
another. Oh, somebody spun out on turn 3. Luckily, he was able to hold it.
Good job to him.
So it seems as though Novetta is going to fall behind, but hopefully Ferrari can make something out of that.
Capitan
Capitan up to
now
third.
P3 for the McLaren team, very closely followed by Paddy Curo, who seems to have gotten ahead in P4. Yes, he has gotten ahead. Paddy Curo is now up into P3. They are neck and neck now as they climb the hill. Seems like Capitan Bay may have got a slightly better exit. Now they're side by side, heading into the final series of corners. Who's going to come out on top? It looks to be Capitan, and then it looks to be Paddy Curo. It's changing corner by corner. Who's going to get the better exit out of the chicane? Seems to be Capitan Bowie. Got a better launch, but Paddy Curo seems to be staying in the lead in P3. 5-second gap to the Ferraris. That now becomes 6. Capitan Bow and Paddy Curo are now tied for position. That's how close they are to each other. With the Brown Star seems to have just pipped him to the lead of that battle, not the race. Two Ferraris are still very close to each other. Kai Kara, number 86, very close to Dakar.
Oh,
As Kai Kara sails past with the DRS wing open, he has gotten himself into the lead. But how long will that remain?
Novetta's definitely not going to get any research points off of this. And as we're getting a little further into his races, these research points are going to start, picking up a little bit. They're going to get a little more expensive. In order to do more research points, you're going to have 2 per your resource upgrade. And if you don't have both of those cars crossing the line, you're going to have to wait for 2 races in order for another resource point to be added to your inventory.
Dakar was talking about last week, or not last week, last race after Canada. We were talking to him when he was driving for McLaren, when he won that race. And he said that the resource points, they really do make a difference, because he said he could go over that bridge flat out in his Ferrari, but in the McLaren he had to lift just because it didn't have the traction and the downforce needed to get over the hill with full throttle.
Well, we'll have to see what happens with Capitan as well, as he started off in F1 with Brandstar, then went over to F2, and now he's back. He's been running in every single league recently. He's also been doing GT3 with Advan ZR. And if he gets a podium today, that might be his hopes and dreams of GT3 going on down the drain as well. Or if he even wins this race. Hell, if he wins the race, then he's stuck in F1.
Andrew got a little loose on turn 3.
Wolfie Landry has caught up to P5, however there is a big gap time-wise between him and his teammate of Paddy Curo in the other Brown Star.
A lot of people pitting at this stage of the race.
Seva, cool plug ult in the red star. I believe he missed his pit box. He had to reverse back in. That would have cost him time that he could not afford to lose.
Both of Ferrari are still close together. Right behind them is Paddy Curo and Capitambo, as well as the group of Wolf, Low Fun, Greg, and Critical.
Not really much action so far.
Cool plug ult now comes
Manly
out
DRS
in
train.
front of Jogsy. Now, something to remember is that Dakar and Kai Kara, they have to different teams of engineers for each other. They mute each other. They stay in the same VC for the team radio bot, but they do mute each other, so they don't know what each other person is doing. Now, considering they're so close, I wouldn't be surprised that if
Cat care pets.
like I
Oh,
said,
yeah,
I
Kakira
was
is
literally
pitting.
about to be surprised. Or I wasn't going to be surprised if Kaikera pitted before Dakar and they tried to undercut him to try and get the lead. And he's pitted now, so that may be exactly what they're trying to do.
Oh, Capitan Bo goes wide on that turn 3, going straight into the grass.
Is that going to give Paddy Kuro third? No, it isn't. Second,
No,
I mean.
I think
No,
it actually
isn't.
I honestly think it benefited Capitan Bo. That's a little odd.
As Wolf Landry has gone into the pits for the Brand Star team. Fernand sets a session best third sector. As Capitan Bo, yep, he did get a corner cut for when he went wide.
Oh shoot, we have a crash on turn 3. That's a McLaren.
That would be Project User.
Project. Lost his front left.
Alright, let's get him respawned.
As we said, that cool plug disconnects.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
that's
That's another team not getting both the resource points.
let's
19
respawn that
drivers left.
Well, there's no way Patience is going to regroup because, well...
car. Wait, Dakar crashed? Did I hear Dakar crashed?
No, I said Patience is. There's no
Oh.
way he's going to regroup.
I heard on this chat that Jakir crashed.
No.
But it looks like that is the case. That's some fake news.
No, Patience is now on the hards, but he's not gaining on the people in front of him whatsoever.
Cat care pets.
And, well, we'll see
I'm
how...
hearing Pac has a glitch right now. He should be up ahead right now, but for some reason he's a lap behind everybody else.
Oh. Wow.
Capitan now is in the lead with Patrick Crew and Dakar pitting.
No,
Who-
that makes sense now. I saw someone didn't jump out at the start, and I think that was him. It was a Toyota. I remember seeing that. That might have been him that didn't
Who's
jump
going to
out.
end up on front?
Well,
Here
if he
is
didn't jump
Kai
out-
Kara.
If he didn't jump out, that might be his problem because we told all drivers to jump out of their cars, and if he did not, then he was not
Kaikera,
following order.
Dakar, neck and neck. Kaikera gets a better jump on his teammate. Kaikera is now in front of Dakar. I believe that was the lead because Lolfun Greg and Capitan Bo are ahead of them, but they still have not pitted. So Kaikera is going to be your net leader in a few laps when the top two pit.
And that turn 3 is really scary.
And I was saying that, and it looks like Dakar is now catching up to him as he does have the DRS. The rear wing opening up for him. Lance Droid going out to the side for some reason, probably trying to lose someone's slipstream. But yeah,
Capitan Bo is in the lead right now, but as he's with McLaren, we don't know what the strategy is with their engineers. And I don't know if Capitan's actually listening to the engineers because it seems as though
as
the
Capitan Bo
Ooh.
slides slightly, nearly hit it into the wall, but did keep it.
Capitan sets double red sectors.
He has
Oh,
been
yeah,
logging
I
them
want to
corner
check those
cuts.
cuts real quick.
Matt with 13 out of 25 corner cuts, probably one of the highest drivers here today as a corner cuts come out again, and Capitan Bo goes into the pits. Is it going to be the softs? Is it going to be the hards? Is it going to be another set of mediums? We'll just have to wait
As his
and
pits
see.
at the very end, that's going to be interesting. Oh, wait, was that another pit by Oh, that was Valor pit. Okay.
Oh, Wolfgang Greg's rounding the chicane.
And Wolfgang Greg will be your new leader.
You should be able to see Lolfun Grego passed on the left of your picture. There he goes, and the two Ferraris. Capitan Bo is falling all the way back. Oh, he's fallen back quite far. He's going to be at least in P13.
But he will have better tires than everybody else at the moment.
Yes, as he sets
on mediums.
another set of mediums.
Interesting.
And
hang on a
Waggy
second,
Var
that's
just
split.
flipped over.
But his car's still intact.
Yep, he has kept it
Again,
together.
another driver intact.
It seems as if the flips don't really cause much issue to your tires. It's when you hit the walls.
Hernan and Dakar battling it out.
Paddy Kuro also up there in the battle. The top 3 separated by about 2 car lengths. Akera still holds his fastest lap from the start of the race. No one's been able to take that away from him so far. As we approach half race distance, Padicuro is currently your leader. Dakar is only 6/100ths behind, but they are fighting it hard. Dakar seems to have gotten the lead out of that corner, but Fernand's also not giving in. There's a bigger gap down to the other Ferrari of Kai Kara, as well as Golfan Greg, who still hasn't pitted yet.
In front of them is Jogsy, actually a back marker. I think he's in last place at the moment, but we'll see what happens if they can get some slipstream off of him off this start line DRS. There might be a little too much distance between them, but I know that Patty, Kuro, Dakar, and Fernand are going to be trying to get DRS off of each other. And here they come down turn 3. Oh, a bit of a wobble from Jogsy. Was that Kara falling behind now, I think?
Shay, immediate chat.
Do we want to add? Do we want to put project in?
I mean, we might as well. There's not really much else happening.
Okay. Welcome, project user. We're sorry about your crash on turn 3. You want to tell us a little bit more about what happened?
Yeah, so basically, all I can say really is we got on the grass and the car just went. We couldn't really do anything from there. We
As
just
Cash joins.
Do you feel better about Capitan Bo taking it from McLaren?
Yeah, I'm quite happy with the position that we're in right now because we are looking quite good for points which we might have lost from me crashing, but I doubt that.
Capitan
yeah,
know that if he gets first place today, that he's going to have to stay in F1 and give up on his F2 and GT3 careers?
I'm fairly sure he'll be aware of that. I don't think they'd not be aware of that.
Yeah, definitely. Even if he gets a podium today, that's also going to count on the record. And if he gets another one, that's going to be him having to make a decision between F1 and GT3. But other than that, hopefully McLaren gets some points today.
Patrick Crew, fastest lapping into the lead.
He's taken the fastest lap away from Kai Kara.
Anything you'd like to add, project user?
Yeah, it's the track's not the well, it's not the best for us, but hopefully, if Capitan does have to leave Formula 2, he will decide to remain in Formula 1 to GT3, where he can collect points for other teams. I'd be happy for other teams to get points from him, and I'd also be happy for him to appear more prominently on the Formula 1 table.
Alright then.
Thank you.
Thank you, project user, for joining us today. Good luck on your next race. Hopefully you'll have a little more luck than you did this race.
Yeah, thank you.
So, something I wanted to discuss with you two quickly. Has everyone else improved? Or has something else happened to Dakar? Because we usually see
I
him
think Dakar's trying
seconds
to- I think
ahead. But he's just...
I honestly,
he's battling with people.
I think he's just trying to play it cool. I mean, he knows that if he gets a good win today, then he's going to be able to secure his driver championship for F1 since he's so many points ahead. So if he doesn't crash, then he should be good. As long as he keeps in like the top 5, he should be fine.
Dakar's on hards, Patrick Crew's on softs.
Well,
If that would affect anything.
there's only a 40-point gap in the top 3, and considering that there's 100 points up for grabs until the end of the season, plus 4 points for fastest lap.
Oh, who's that? A Lotus is out.
Oh, that's a Lotus. Oh, that might be Scuppins. Hang on a second.
Scuppins. Scuppins is out on turn 3.
Alright, let's go take care of that.
As Dakar
Oh.
now takes the fastest lap. But yeah, there's 40 points separate the top 3. There's 125 points plus the 4 points that you get for fastest laps available. So it's someone else can easily win it from the top 3. So Dakar, Kaikara, or Padikuro, they're definitely still in the title fight. I'd say anyone outside of there is going to find it a bit more tricky. But Dakar could lose this championship. That's not something he'll want to do in his last season, especially if he could wrap up all 3 of well, all of the Ion Formula 1 championships.
That is true.
Paddy Kura now
Now you
sets
have to worry about-
fastest Sector 1. What's he going to do in Sector 2? Doesn't improve, but does get the lead back from Dakar.
Well, he does on those softs while Dakar's on the hard, so he's going to get some time ahead, but you're going to have to wonder how much he's able to do it before he has to change those tires, and Dakar can take advantage
TDM
of
is
that.
out on turn 3. TDM is out as lost a wheel on turn 3.
TDM is out?
Ah, that's
damn.
another Valor.
I want to see if it was the same deal by him hitting the
TDM
grass.
and Valor.
Wolf Landry and Critical, both very close to each other. Wolf Landry got a P2 on his debut. Critical has yet to finish in the points.
And the cars respond.
Banan up into P3, Professor Bloxer up into P5. Two quality drivers. Wouldn't say best of the rest, but definitely not bad either. More of your upper average type.
We now only have 12 laps left in this race. Wolf Landry getting some 2 green sectors. Maybe he'll be able to make something out of it.
As Critical pits, the E-Spirit into the pits.
That's the other E-Spirit. I already saw PDX pit recently, a couple laps ago.
I'm starting to freeze a lot here.
I'm good.
Let's just hope that doesn't continue.
So, if the race continues like this for the next 11 laps, Paddy Kura could be getting his first win on merit, considering the last 2 times he's won, he's just picked up the pieces of Dakar's DNFs in Greece and in France. This will definitely do well for his data sheet.
Well, I do feel like Patrick Kura. I do feel like Patrick Kura will still need to do another pit. However, with Dakar on the hards, I don't know if he'll need another pit. He might have to. He might hold those for the rest of the race, but
Dakar
it is still yet.
Dakar did pit quite early though, so he could be losing
definitely
traction
did.
towards the end parts. You lose roughly 25 seconds with a pit stop, so if Paddy Kura puts now, he will be coming out around his teammate Wolf Landry in P8.
And let's not forget about the cuts real quick, because we have Lance Stroy with 12, and Patrick Kura's got 8, so it seems as though nobody's going to have issues with cuts today, and except for maybe Matt in 15th position with 17 cuts right now. Oh my goodness.
As Dakar and Paddy Kura are now fighting for a slipstream, they're weaving all over the track. Paddy Kura does not want him gaining on him, but Dakar wants his slipstream, so they're just causing a snake pattern down the track as Paddy Kura runs slightly wide out of turn 3.
Nope, now that's 9 cuts for Pat. It seems as though... Is it... Who are those 3? I'm seeing Fernand, Ferrari, and a black car. I can't tell if that's Wolf, though. What happened to Capitan? Where'd Capitan go?
Capitan's P7.
Not anymore by the looks of it. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, is that the other Aston Martin? Oh, it is. That's interesting.
Yeah, so the black car you can see behind Fanan and Kai Kara, that's going to be a lapped Valor. That's not going to be TDM Fan because he crashed out. It's going to be Jogsy.
Interesting. Looks like Pace is doing a pit. And he's coming out now. Says he's 17th, but I think he might be a little over ahead because of the lap glitch. However, I don't know if they're going to count that if he actually did not jump out of his car.
He was told to jump out of his car, which... he was told to do it and he didn't. So he's only got himself to blame for the position that he's in, now being 1 lap down on everyone else.
How much fuel would you guys say is required to finish this race at this point?
Probably 100.
Because some people are down to 32s. But I think that's pretty good.
Well, their fuel consumption might... I don't know. Maybe they've been consuming a little more fuel than they've been expecting to. That's going to hurt them. Oh, ooh. That's Ferrari and a Brandstar get a little wobbly on that turn 3. I think that was Patrick Rowe and Dakar still fighting. It seems as though Dakar's been able to get ahead, though. Just by a little bit. It seems as though Patrick was able to seal the deal. Oh, wait, no. Nope, Dakar's now in the lead again.
Kakira's out! Kakira's out on turn 3!
Oh, shoot, I see that. Oh, Kakira is out. Let's get that cart real quick.
I wonder
Here
what
on board
happened
with
to
Wolf
him.
Landry, we're about to go past the wreckage unless it's been... No, it hasn't been reset. There it is, and it's just been despawned as they approach turn 3. That's going to be disappointing for
That-
him. He's just lost one chance at getting a getting a
Man,
championship.
that's another hardship for Ferrari because that's now 3 other drivers out.
That's definitely going to sting.
It says that someone said that he had a snap of oversteer and it sent him straight into the wall.
But that's not only
Interesting. That sounds a lot like what happened to Patrick Hurl one time. It just had snap oversteer and hit it into the wall out of nowhere.
So that means that Kaikara can now finish on only 148 points. That's the maximum amount of points he gets if he wins and gets the fastest lap at the next 2 races.
Capitan Bo holding it pretty well so far. I mean, we saw him during Australia, the very first race, getting the
Fernand's
double.
out!
Fernand's out?
Yeah, he just went straight into the wall.
Well, these podium sitters are dropping like flies. We've lost Kaikara, we've lost Fernand, we lost Dante Jack at the start of the race in the Audi.
What turn was he on?
I don't know, it was, I believe, turn 10?
Turn 10, 11,
Oh,
12.
so he was on that the hairpin. All right,
Yeah.
Yeah, he was going down the hill, I believe. Must have just lost it.
that's
He's-
pretty heartbreaking for Aston Martin. Now Professor Bloxer's got to take it all the way for them.
As
There's
well,
only
Paddy
15
Kuro got
drivers left.
a big gap down to Professor Bloxer, especially.
Uh-oh, hang on a second. Oh, okay. Someone who's going around turn 3 and kind of a little wide. I was worried he was going to hit into the wall.
Paddy Kuro got a big gap down to Professor Bloxer, especially that helps with Fernand's disconnect and DNF. That's meant that Patrick Kuro can remain in P2, now 20 seconds down on the leader. However, he's boxed for the softs again. Will he be able to make up more than 2 seconds a lap on Dakar, who, remember, is going to now be on fading hard tyres?
Wolf is now in P5 after getting a pit stop and getting some fresh tires. However, I see someone starting to push up on the starting line. Who is that? Is that Lofon Greg? It is. Lance Droid and Wolf fighting it out right now, going through turn 3 together. And right behind them is going to be Lofon Greg. They all take the corner pretty well.
Now 1
They're all
minute
mounting that
separating the
curve.
top 6. That was 2 seconds at the start of the race. You can see how these positions have expanded by 30 times their original. As Dakar comes into the pits.
Seems as though Dakar's hards are starting to destroy him.
I was
However,
not
that's
expecting
interesting because
that.
it seems as though is Patrick Hurl going to pit though?
He already pit. He
Patrick
pit a
Kuro
lap
has already
before.
pitted. Fernand's
Oh,
Fernand's
interesting.
DNF allowed Professor Bloxer's gap to not be so low that he remained in front of Professor Bloxer. So
Oh,
and
it's
here
going
they
to be
come.
close.
this
Yeah,
is going to
here
be
they come
very
right now.
close. Dakar's now coming out of
I'm
the
not
pits.
sure Dakar's going to be able to get there in time. I mean, he'll be able to get across the line in time, but he won't be able to afterwards.
Paddy
Yeah, he
Kuro
takes
has
the lead.
stayed into
Just
the
barely.
lead.
But now Dakar's got to catch up. What tires is Dakar on?
I believe, well, the most logical option would have been
He
the
went on
softs,
softs.
and he has gone on
Oh,
to the
of course
softs.
he went on softs. So yeah, he's definitely probably going to be able to catch some ground as long as he can hold that car in position.
7 laps to go. This is going to be a fight to the line. Will Paddy Kuro be able to get his first ever win with Dakar competing in that race? Or should I say finishing the race? He's competed in all the
Dakar
races.
says the fastest lap.
I'm hearing
Oh, no, he's
that.
had it, but
I'm hearing Pat didn't give. Pat got a full chicane cut, but I haven't seen that. I saw myself. He did not cut that chicane.
yeah, I was viewing him when Dakar went into the pits, when he went across that chicane. I did not see a cut.
Well, it says he's got 10 and Dakar has 5, so unless they do some drastic corner cutting, there's no way any of them are going to be getting a drive-through penalty. Matt has got 1 more, up to 19 out of 25. And Lance Droid has 14 out of 25. That's the highest in the top 10.
They respawned Capitan.
They respawn Capitan. Wait, what happened to Capitan?
Capitan Saudi said, my tire exploded on an outside curb.
Oh man, the same thing that Dan went through is now Capitan's going through. That's going to be.
Seba goes wide and
there's a Lotus
spins.
flips. There's a Lotus that just spun on turn 3.
He might have just got that. Oh, wait, no.
Oh, is he stuck? I don't think he is.
Nope.
He
He's
just
got
can't
it.
get up over that curb.
Man, a lot of strange DNFs.
Well, Van Greg set the best first sector, and he does not improve in his second. However,
That's now only 14 drivers.
Dakar now sets the he sets a personal best sector 2 and a session best sector 3. Paddy Kuro cuts another corner, now up to 11. Dakar seems to have gotten himself into the lead, but as we've seen in the previous 23 laps of this race, this lead has been flip-flopping back and forwards between at least 6 people. The 2 Novenas who DNF'd, the 2 Ferraris who, well, one of them's DNF'd, the Brandstar as well as the Audi, they've all been up
Oh,
there.
Dakar's now getting the lead.
They're neck and neck down this back straight. Who gets the DRS? Not sure
There's
if
only
anyone got
14
the
drivers
DRS.
left.
Seems like nobody's gonna get it. They're side by side.
Nobody got the DRS. 2 tenths between them, it says on the timings. We'll find out how that updates as they come across the second sector line.
Dakar
in a
taking
few-
the inside,
a few
trying to do the Takumi strat.
Patiences does a
That's the
massive
fastest lap.
first sector.
Pace is the fastest lap. Interesting. However, that's not going to count for anything if he can't get in the top 10.
Paddy Kuro now seems to be
Technically-
falling very far back now on Dakar. Dakar has the fresher of the soft tyre. There's going to be the faster soft tyres. He's now half a second back.
Seems as though we have Capitan Bo in the waiting room. Do we want to add him in?
I mean, sure, go for it.
Welcome, Capitan Bo. Do you want to tell us what happened? I don't think anybody saw you crash. What happened there?
I didn't crash. That's the fucking point, bro. Like, I was on the uphill, right? Like the auto something like that. So
Right,
I was on the outside curb, and my car just went up. And then when I came back on the track, I had no tire and something like. My car just went up, and boom. I think there is even a video clip or something.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people having problems with that turn 3, especially when it comes to... Oh, hang on a second. I think we have a crash. Oh, no, that is... I think that's Capitan Bo's car, still on turn 4. I should probably get that reset real quick.
Yeah, like, you know, like, it was fucking weird. I was just normally taking my line, and then I just went, like, up. My front of the car just went up. I was, like, I'm just sad. Anyway, do you need help with commentating or something?
I think we got it under control. Anything you want to add, Capitan?
I fix the collisions. Alright, bye.
Alright, then.
Well, that was very short and sweet. Clear message, though.
Matt's a DNF.
Matt crashed. That's going to be Red Star losing a car.
That is on the hairpin of turn
I don't
8.
know which car it is.
I can't
A
see.
lot of.
There we go. I
can't
think I
see
got
that
it.
either. Oh no, you win it. You. I didn't respawn.
It didn't respawn? Are both of them
No.
out? Oh, both of them are out. Because one of them actually did respawn, but it seems as though that's both of them out now. Yep, that's both Red Stars out.
Yeah, cool plug alt disconnected at the start, around the start of the race.
Another one's out.
Full fun
Greg
Greg's
is
out.
out, I think.
Yeah, I'm hearing Greg's out right now. Let's get that car reset real quick.
Well, that's going to
Oh my
be
God.
no... That's going to be... Well, if people keep DNFing in front of him, I believe Patiences may actually get the point for fastest lap and a point for 10th
Patrick
place.
Guru's still in the lead.
Well, he's neck and neck with Dakar. He's managed to shrink that 1.5 second gap down to 1/10 now. Well, that's 1/10
Apparently, some
ahead.
people are saying he actually is getting a lot of exceeding track limits. Like he's exceeding it way too much.
Well, 4 laps to go. We might be able to see.
He
how
might
many
be
track
running
limits-
through that grass right at the end of sector 2. However,
Jogsy's out on turn 3. Oh my God.
They're dropping like flies. We're losing driver after driver.
so many drivers falling behind.
It's now the
I think
top
that
10.
doesn't. All right, let's get him respawned.
No, because
Lance is out.
in.
Lance is out.
Lance is out. What in the world? I can't respawn these cars fast enough.
We've lost 3 drivers in the space of 1 lap. Patiences is now
Lance
going to be
needs to
into the
get out of
top
his
10
car
when he
first.
unlaps himself on the 3 drivers we've just lost. We've just lost Lance Droid, not Derp Dino Zurich,
Lance
Rolf
needs
and
to
Greg,
get out of
and
his car.
Jogsy. Patiences now up to 12. He screwed himself over at the start by not getting out and
All
getting
right,
back
respawn it,
into
respawn
his
it.
car, but
Yep,
it seems
got it.
like he may actually be able to finish in the points, as the battle between Dakar and Patrick Kuro for the top 2 positions is really close as they cross the line. It seems like Paddy Kuro managed to get himself ahead, but the Vision Ag may say something different. He stays. No, he doesn't. They're neck and neck across the line. They're sharing first place.
It's a battle for the wits right now. but any little mistake can cause detriment for any of the drivers right now, as we are now on the top 10 out of 24, and we only have 4 laps left.
Every finisher here today is going to get points. The bottom
Well, no, that is
14.
actually not true. If somebody crashes out, they're not going to be able to get any points, even if they're in the top 10. That's what happened with Melodic in Canada, if you remember.
Well, okay. Everyone who finishes and crosses the line at the end of lap 29, they'll be able to get points.
This is turning into a catastrophe of a race.
Wolf Landry has managed to get himself up into P4 because of all of the people crashing into the wall in front of him, or tyres exploding in Capitan Beau's case.
Okay, we're good. I thought I saw a Ferrari sideways. We were good. Patrick Hoover and Dakar are still fighting
Wolf
it out for
Landry's
P1.
crashed into the wall. Wolf Landry's out. Wolf Landry
my
is out of the
God.
race.
Oh my goodness. That's brutal.
You can respawn it. He's out.
I was
Alright.
looking down at my
He's out of the
phone. I
car.
look back up and he's crashed into the wall. I believe he must have just slid out of turn 4. Critical. He's now got himself up into P4. He's going to score his first F1 points if he doesn't crash out of this race. This is turning into Greece all over again. But Dakar and Paddy Curo are legitimately fighting each other. Dakar hasn't DNF'd. Paddy Curo may be the first person to win a race this season that Dakar has also finished.
Hastinance can now take his fastest lap point.
I'm hearing Patrick Hurley needs a penalty, but I have not heard where
As
he
Paddy
did it
Curo
cut.
flips upside down,
Patrick
he's
Curo
lost the
flips.
win! Paddy Curo's lost the win!
He's going to have to get that into the pits as fast as he can. He can still hold a 5th place, but it seems as though Dakar's going to run away with it as long as he can hold the car.
No, Paddy Curo has no damage. He just flipped upside down, but that's just going to lose Paddy
I
Curo
heard he lost
so
a wing,
much
though.
time. I don't see a wing gone.
Yeah, on my screen, he does not have a wing.
Yeah,
or not a
he's
wing
now
gone.
7 seconds behind Dakar. No way he's getting the win now. He was on track for it, but he's definitely getting a podium. There's 23 seconds, 24 seconds separating him and P3 of Professor Bloxer, so at least he gets a podium. But Dakar,
A
very
lot of
lucky
people are
with that
saying
one.
karma for him.
Oh, of course, karma, because he had this. Everybody's saying he cut and needed a penalty, but it seems as though that might not be the case anymore. With that flip, that might actually just fall behind on the penalty. But we'll have to see what happens with Dakar. If he can hold if he can hold these 3 laps, then he's definitely going to get first place.
Paddy
He has to
Curo-
make sure he doesn't wreck it.
Paddy Curo's dropping 1 second per sector. We've got 2 laps remaining, 6 seconds. If he can drop 1 second every sector, he may have a chance at pipping Dakar for the win, but it's very unlikely. We're going to see how much
Well, we
he's
now have
scored
a
up.
problem. Dakar's on 6%.
Dakar's on 6% fuel?
Well, he's going to have.
Yes.
Dakar's going to have to
Oh,
try
he's
and
going to
use.
have to conserve.
Yeah, Dakar's going to have to try and use just 1% fuel per sector. Paddy Curo's going to have to try and gain 1 second per sector for them both to finish the end of the race with Paddy Curo in the lead. So Dakar conserving, that's going to lose him a lot of time. As Paddy Curo now has gained 1.5 seconds on Dakar. This is looking
Was
very
just
unlikely for
debated.
him now.
I was just debated by British Aviator saying that Professor Bloxer crashed. He didn't.
No, they're saying he should crash, but he probably won't.
Oh, they want an E-Spirit to be on the podium.
They definitely do. They haven't had one in a while, and they're trying to get ahead of McLaren, this is definitely the best case for them right now. They can definitely get a lot of points off of McLaren after they got that win, and they might actually be able to get it from him.
Yeah, well, Jaguar E-Spirit GP Racing currently at the bottom of the Constructors' Championship. McLaren with 33 points. What positions they're in currently? 4 and 5.
Oh no, I think Dakar is now coasting.
Well, he's coasting down the hill, so at least he still has some momentum.
At this rate, if
Pat
Dakar
just
is
got a
enough-
drive-through penalty.
Who?
Pat just got a drive-through penalty.
I don't think.
Cashmere just sent it in chat. You can go up. It
Wait,
says
show
PM
the
Pad
cuts.
drive-through penalty served this lap.
Well, that makes sense. Either way, it's going to be good for him. He'll still at least get 2nd or 3rd.
Is that going to keep him in his position, though?
We'll have to see. Because we still have about a lap left after Dakar passes.
Dakar
still-
at 3%.
So here
think he
comes
might win.
in
He might get to the
Paddy
end.
Curo.
Kaikira's out. Kaikira's out. We have to worry about Dakar right now. But if he has
I
3%,
can-
he'll definitely be able to finish.
I think everyone's fine on fuel. It's just the crashes here today.
Definitely.
If Paddy Kuro keeps his podium,
We'll see. I mean, he's still got to get across the line.
I mean he has. Professor Bloxer is nowhere to be seen.
That is a good point. He is a whole about 20 seconds behind. However, here he comes across the starting line real quickly.
The
So
gap
Pettigrew will
has...
probably not be able to get first place, but he might be able to get second, depending on what Decare does and what Pettigrew does.
Doesn't look like Professor Bloxer actually managed
And it
to
seems
gain
as though
any time.
BMW, both BMW drivers are still in this race.
Both BMWs in the points.
Looks like Decker is going to finish this race.
Well, hopefully he does. It would be good for Ferrari if he does, because I would hate to see both Ferraris not be able to finish this race at Italy.
Wait a second, I'm being heard some news. Hold on, let me check something.
I think
Patrick Kuro at
Patrick is now
1.4.
saving. Yeah, I think Patrick is now starting to save fuel as well. What's Professor Bloxer at though?
Let me check real quick. He is...
Here's the care then, about to round one of the final corners.
As long as he gets it through that chicane unscathed, he's good to go.
Oh, Professor Bloxer's going to make it. He's fine on fuel.
Okay, well that's another thing because Professor Bloxer's starting to push it now that he finds out that Patrick Kuro's saving
Here he
fuel,
comes
and he's
across
only
the line.
10 seconds behind now.
And
Will he be able to pass the line?
wins for Ferrari in Italy.
Oh, here they come. Pat might have to coast it across that final stretch. Will Professor be able to take advantage of it though? In time.
Pat is coasting. Pat is coasting.
Oh, I think Professor Bloxer's got this in the bag. Unless he's going to start putting the rest of that gas into this stretch. It's going to be close. But it seems as though Patrick Kuro's going to do it.
Paddy Kuro now crosses the line as Professor Bloxer exits the final chicane. Paddy Kuro gets his third podium in F1.
And Riley ran out of fuel on the last lap.
He still manages to cross the line though.
Only 9 drivers finished this race.
And we'll have to get Pace in, and then Critical and PDX, they still have to finish this race. And here comes... Who was that, Critical or PDX? I think that might be Critical. Yep, that's him. Now we wait for PDX to finish.
PDX has still got quite a long way to go.
So only 9 drivers finishing this race. That's crazy. And it seems as though BMW and Eastbury are the only ones who are going to be able to get 2 resource points today. Whether or not Pace gets a bonus for missing a lap is to be seen. But that'll
I think
be it.
Patrick Kuro is not happy with that drive-through penalty.
Oh, of course he is. And I mean,
Who would be?
to be honestly, it probably doesn't change anything, but it would have been good for him because he feels like it was not deserved. However, I don't think there's much to be said about that anymore. His time has been served, and he can. His time still has been served, so that's good.
Apparently they said he missed the corner, but he was unable to slow down because of the sausage.
I mean, even if they take 5 seconds off of his time now, he's still 25 seconds. Sorry, he's still going to be 5 seconds.
I mean,
off
the
of
drive. I
Leclerc.
think the drive. Honestly, I think the drive to pit was enough because he still didn't get to the 25 cuts even then. So I think the drive to pit was enough of a penalty. Because a drive to pit, I think, is what 10 seconds of a penalty, 10 seconds difference,
Yeah.
if that.
10 to 15. Dakar extends his lead.
Okay, doing a very
why
slow
did they-
cooldown lap. Oh, I believe he's run out of fuel. Yeah, Dakar's run out of fuel.
Well,
Nice
they're gonna have
response.
to at least reset the cars.
I think that's the lowest finish rate we've had in a race so far.
I remember in the
I
first
think so.
race, only like
Actually,
top
no. I
10
think Canada
finished.
only had 8 drivers.
Oh, still, this was a crazy race. A lot of bumps and a lot of crashes.
All right, now we wait for them to go into the cool down area.
Oh, Derp and Critical are stuck on the track. Are you in here? Oh. Some people are saying what's going to happen to F2 and if it's going to be delayed.
I don't think it'll be as delayed. We can still run it on time.
Just waiting for the drivers, the top 3, to approach the podium. There is Professor Bloxer.
You're here. You're here, you're there. We have all the drivers ready.
Okay.
I'm gonna... Oh, okay. A lot of the F2 drivers are getting ready.
Here is Professor Bloxer,
minute.
P3.
I'm here.
Here's Paddy Kuro, P2. And once again, your winner, Dakar, driving for Ferrari in Italy.
I have a feeling some people are on the podium that shouldn't be. No
Uh-oh.
sound.
Cash hasn't fixed it.
Just use the sound code. If you can. Hey. Oh, it's on.
There you go.
Rosewater B3.
Oh, Takara wants to join us on stream real quick.
Well, sure, let him in.
Hello, Dakar. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
So, what do you want to say about the race?
Everything went badly. The fuel consumption.
It didn't
I
seem like
finished-
anybody really had a perfect race
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, nobody had a perfect race today, myself included. On my first stint with the mediums, I actually almost crashed the car twice in sector 3. I don't know if anybody saw that, but it was insane. I managed to keep it. On the
Decker, I have a
outside-
question.
Yeah.
What'd you feel about the track? As a lot of people actually
Ah.
spun and crashed today. How do you feel about that?
The track sucks. The layout is super nice and stuff, but the bumps, they suck. On the outside of turn 12, I started losing it, and then I caught it, almost hitting the wall. And then I started to spin again in the other direction in turn 13, on the inside. And I almost binned it twice, and almost lost the front wing since I hit the wall actually. I didn't break anything, so I was quite lucky, but the overcut gap I was planning to do, it was useless now.
Alright, thank you for
So,
sharing that
yeah.
info.
Pat and Kaikira had the slipstream when I pit, so it wasn't. Yeah, it was really bad. Kaikira excited the pits above me. Then, yeah, battle ensued. I won it. Then Kaikira crashed. I swapped the soft after Pat pits because my hards were not going to last that long. On turn 14, I had horrible wheelspin. You see the wheelspin that can send you off to the gravel traps. That's it. On the final time, I managed to keep it on the road and pit for the soft. It was actually the right choice because I was losing 3 seconds per lap. And there was 8 laps to go. So calculate that. 8 multiplied by 3, 24. And Pat had a 23 gap to me. Plus the slipstream that can affect you in the next 3 seconds. I would have been done by the end of the race. That's pretty much it. Then Pat flipped, and it was a battle of attrition for the fuel. I finished with 0.7%, and that's it.
Do you think that the drive-through penalty that Patrick got, do you think that was fair?
For cutting the whole chicane,
I'm not sure he cut the whole chicane, honestly. Neither of us saw it.
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking too.
Sorry?
Well, I didn't
What?
check too. There
Oh,
was no
okay.
corner cut limit,
There was a
don't-
25cc limit.
25cc limit. Well, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I don't think anybody got into the 20s except for Matt. But anyways, East is saying that Pat needs to be in fourth position because of the lap issue. What do you think about that?
Of the lap issue. How so?
Because
Pace.
Pat was a whole lap behind Pack.
Oh, Pack.
Because Pack was a whole lap behind based on what was being said. And since he got ninth, however, he said that he should have gotten fourth. However,
He didn't jump
Well,
in
I don't
and
know,
out
what
of
do
the
you
car
think?
before the race, so...
Hold on, let me explain myself. A lap around here with high fuel is about 98 seconds, or 100 seconds if you average. So if you remove 100 seconds, Pacenses would have been P4. It should have been P4.
we'll have to see what Kashmir says about that. Because
Kashmir is
from
lazy,
what I'm
he's not going
hearing,
to do
from what
anything.
I'm hearing, he didn't follow instructions. But we'll see what Cash says. If we have that on recording, we'll be able to know it for sure. Because I do believe Deepwad, you did record everybody jumping in and out.
yes, I did.
All right, then we'll have to look back on that.
We'll also investigate if he was viewing Patrick Huru the corner cut on that chicane.
By the way,
All
I
right,
want
other
to
than
add,
that,
I wanted to add that I don't know if you guys seen my double spin on turn 13. I do not know if it was code on stream.
I don't believe it was.
You would have definitely said something about it, and I don't remember.
I believe it was on lap 11, 12, or 13.
Yeah, I do not
It was
believe
on
that
my
we did
medium
catch
stint.
it.
Yeah.
Do we or do we not catch it?
I don't
Did
think
not,
so.
I believe.
I mean, we saw everybody jumping, didn't we not?
The problem was I remember seeing one person that didn't jump, and I was like, okay. And then I
Well-
figured out it was the same one, the Toyota.
Yeah. If we can see the save, then we can discuss more about that. But as of now, I don't know if we can call it yet.
If it was his, if he didn't jump in and out, that would probably be his fault.
But other than that, now we have to wait for F2.
Yeah, so there's not much left to happen for F1. However, in a few minutes' time, Formula 2 should be starting with qualifying, the feature race, and then the sprint race. So make sure that you stick around for that. Because Cash is here, I believe that will now be broadcast on the main Ion YouTube channel. So apologies for the inconvenience of having to do it on Twitch. But, well, Cash wasn't here. No one was there to set up the stream. It's the best we could do. So thank you all for watching in these weird circumstances. It hasn't been a perfect race for anyone. From Shea, from Derry, and from myself. We'll see you next time for more Formula 1 action.